Good morning, students. This video is for class 8 students. Biology subject, chapter number 4, Endocrine system. So in this chapter, we will be studying what is endocrine system and what are the different types of endocrine glands. So endocrine system is the collection of various glands that produce hormones which are released directly into the bloodstream. So what is endocrine system? It is a collection of different types of glands. Glands are those that produce hormones, and hormones are released directly into our bloodstream. Hormones are released in blood and it travels from one organ to the other for performing different metabolism in our body. These hormones regulate metabolism of body, growth and development, function of tissues, sexual functions, pubertal changes, reproduction, and various aspects of thinking, emotions, and expressions. So, what do hormones do? Hormones regulate each and every function in our body. They regulate our body growth, our development, different types, the functions of different types of tissues, our different types of sexual functions, our pubertal changes, the changes that occur at the time of puberty, then the reproduction and various aspects of thinking. Also, hormones control emotions and expressions. All the emotions and expressions that we go through are because of the hormonal changes. The hormones are known as the chemical messengers as they transfer information from one set of cells to another. So basically, hormones are the chemical messengers. What are messengers? Those who send message from one organ to the other. So how is it messenger? Because they transfer the information from one set of cells to the other. Many different hormones move through the bloodstream, but each type of hormone is designed to affect only certain cells. So each hormone are designed to affect only certain cells. हर हार्मोन के लिए अपना एक certain cell है जिसको वो affect करता है. So the new words which you are going to learn in this chapter are endocrine glands. So these are the ductless glands. Ductless glands means कोई भी duct जैसा structure नहीं होता है इनको pour करने के लिए. जो भी secretion होते हैं endocrine glands के, that is hormones, वो hormones directly blood में आ जाते हैं. कोई भी duct के through नहीं आता. Duct यानी some sort of pipe like structure या कोई वेन या नर्व ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता. दे आर द डक्टलेस ग्लैंड्स विच पोर देयर सिक्रीशन डायरेक्टली इनटू द ब्लड. सो दे पोर देयर हार्मोन्स डायरेक्टली इन द ब्लड. द नेक्स्ट टर्म इज हार्मोन्स. These are the chemical substances which are secreted from the endocrine glands. So these are the chemical messengers, chemical substances that are secreted from these endocrine glands. Now, your body produces its own chemicals and uses them to control certain functions, and the main system that coordinates these chemicals is called the endocrine system. So, हमारी बॉडी के पास अलग अलग हमारी बॉडी कई तरीके के केमिकल्स प्रोड्यूस करती है और हर केमिकल का अपना एक सर्टेन फंक्शन होता है जो एक सर्टेन फंक्शन को कंट्रोल करते हैं वो केमिकल्स. एंड all the functions that are coordinated in our body using these chemicals, it is through the endocrine system. So endocrine system together coordinates all the functions in our body using the chemicals which are called hormones. Although we rarely think about the endocrine system, but it influences almost every cell, organ and functions of our bodies. Although endocrine systems is the least talked system in our body, हम ज़्यादातर डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम की बात करते हैं, रेस्पिरेटरी सिस्टम की बात करते हैं, सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम की बात करते हैं, बट वी रेयरली टॉक अबाउट एंडोक्राइन सिस्टम. बट this is the only system that reaches every cells, that reaches every organ and functions differently in our bodies. In general, the endocrine system is in charge of those body processes that happen slowly, such as cell growth. जनरली एंडोक्राइन सिस्टम्स जो है वो हमारी बॉडी में ऐसे प्रोसेसेस को कंडक्ट करता है विच हैपन्स स्लोली. फॉर एग्जांपल इज ग्रोथ. हमारी ग्रोथ स्लोली होती है, सेल में ग्रोथ slowly होती है, so that is conducted by the endocrine system. Faster processes like breathing, heartbeat and body movements are controlled by nervous system. We know breathing is also controlled by nervous system, respiratory system, heartbeat by the circulatory system, and body movements. These all are faster processes, so they are controlled by different organs, different systems, but the slower ones are controlled by the endocrine systems. But even though the nervous system and endocrine system are separate systems, but they often work together to help the functioning of body properly. Although nervous system और endocrine system दोनों separate systems हैं, but they work together. They work in a coordination and help in performing the different functions of the body. So you know, a gland is a cell or a group of cells or an organ that secretes a substance. What is a gland? Gland is a cell, एक cell या group of cells जो या कोई organ that secreted a substance. Okay. Two basic types of glands are endocrine and exocrine. Endo means which do not have ducts and release their secretions into the bloodstream, which directly release their secretion in the bloodstream. यहाँ पे हमने पढ़ा था कि एंडोक्राइन क्या कौन से होते हैं, डक्टलेस ग्लैंड्स, एंड जस्ट ऑपोजिट एक्सोक्राइन ग्लैंड्स, दीज ग्लैंड्स विच हैव डक्ट्स, दे कैरी देयर सिक्रीशन टू स्पेसिफिक प्लेसेस इन द बॉडी. सो द एंडोक्राइन सिस्टम, व्हाट इज एंडोक्राइन सिस्टम? The endocrine system works closely with the nervous system in regulating certain activities of the body. As I told you, endocrine system and nervous system both works in a coordinated way. The endocrine system is made up of ductless or tubeless. I said you tubeless. What is duct? Tube-like structure. So the endocrine system is made up of ductless glands that secrete chemicals called hormones. So what do they secrete? They secrete hormones. They are ductless, that means they pour their hormones or they release the hormones directly into the bloodstream. They are called ductless glands because their secretions are poured directly into the blood and not through any special duct. So they do not require any special duct. So they directly pour their secretions or they directly pour hormones into the bloodstream. Now what are hormones? Hormones are the chemical messengers which regulate most of the metabolic and other activities inside our body. So these are the chemical messengers, chemically they are messengers, so which regulate our different metabolic activities in our body. अलग अलग metabolic activities को regulate कौन करता है? Hormones करते हैं. Most of these hormones are secreted by special glands called endocrine glands. Mostly are secreted by the endocrine glands, and hormones are carried to all parts of the body by the blood, but their effects are produced in one or more specific parts only. So generally hormones को carry कौन करता है? Blood करते हैं. लेकिन blood अलग अलग organs में ले जाता है, but जो इफेक्ट होता है हार्मोन का, दैट इज़ प्रोड्यूस्ड इन नॉट ओनली इन वन ऑर्गन बट इज़ सीन इन डिफरेंट ऑर्गन्स. अलग अलग ऑर्गन्स में अलग अलग फंक्शंस शो होता है हार्मोन्स का. नाउ व्हाट आर द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ हार्मोन्स? फर्स्ट इज hormones are specific chemical messengers. As I already told you, they are chemical messengers, and specific means हर organ के लिए they are specific. Specific मतलब किसी एक organ के लिए एक ही hormone. Okay, specifically. The hormones are secreted in small amounts by the endocrine glands. They are secreted in small amounts. Hormones are poured directly into the blood and carried by the blood circulation. They are carried by blood to different parts of the body. Hormones act on specific tissue or organ called the target organ. Hormones जिस भी specific tissue या organ पे act करते हैं, अपना effect show करते हैं, that is called the target organ. Hormones are mostly proteinaceous in nature or are the steroids. Generally hormones या तो protein होते हैं या फिर steroid होते हैं. Hormones immediately disappear, that is become ineffective after their action is over. जब इनका अपना काम पूरा हो जाता है, so they disappear, so they become inactive. The secretions of these glands act as the chemical messengers and regulate the metabolic activities of the body. These act as messengers between the organs and the nervous system. सो जो भी सिक्रीशंस हैं एंडोक्राइन ग्लैंड्स के थ्रू वो केमिकल मैसेंजर की तरह काम करता है। मैसेंजर जो एक जगह से दूसरी जगह इंफॉर्मेशन कैरी करे या एक जगह से दूसरी जगह कुछ कैरी करके ले जाए, दैट इज कॉल्ड द मैसेंजर। सो these hormones are the messengers that regulate different types of metabolic activities that take place in our body, and these act as messengers between the organs and the nervous system. So here is the endocrine system and the main glands in the human body. As you can see, this is a human body and there are different types of glands. First one is the pineal gland, second is the pituitary gland. Pineal gland, they are present in the brain area. Then thyroid gland, this is present in your neck region. Parathyroid, these two are present in the neck region. Then is the thymus near your heart. Then this is your pancreas near your stomach. Then adrenal glands, they are situated on the top of two kidneys. Then ovaries, these are present in females, and testes, these are present in males. So these are the main endocrine glands that have greater role in human body. These you have to memorize, okay? So we will be discussing these all of these glands separately, and we will learn some more about these glands in the next class. That is all for this video. You ask me if you have any doubts. That is all. Thank you.